Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode for the Brick King Studio Park and Backlot Tour. Wow, that's a mouthful. Might need to work on streamlining the name for this project. Anyway, this series is going to chronicle the design and construction of a massive build spanning a good portion of my basement, and will probably take the better part of a couple years, and actually probably will never be truly done. So what is the Brick King Studio Park and Backlot Tour? Okay, I'm just going to call it the Studio Park for ease. The inspiration behind this project is that I wanted to create a Lego city, but I wanted to create a world where down the street you might find as your neighbor Darth Vader living in his castle, or Harry Potter casting spells with the Avengers as they battle the undead pirates ransacking the town. A great concept, but it felt a little too chaotic. So I thought about how I could incorporate all these different themes and genres into one coherent world. And then it struck me. Universal Studios in Hollywood. A massive movie backlot where all these themes are represented by movie sets and people can ride a tram and experience all these different worlds. Plus, I had the Lego roller coaster sets and some other smaller amusement park sets, so that would be the perfect concept. The general layout for this build consists of the following. At one end would be the park entrance, leading to a small theme park featuring the various thrill ride sets, the coaster, looping coaster, the Haunted Manor drop ride, etc. This would lead to a building and queue where guests would line up to board trams and go on the backlot tour. The first area of the tour would be your traditional city, consisting of the various Lego modular buildings. This would then transition into a Marvel, DC superhero section. Following that, we would find ourselves boarding platform 9 3/4 and entering the world of Harry Potter. Next to that, I'm thinking we go back in time and enter a world of knights and pirates with sandy beaches and open bodies of water. The beach would turn to desert as we transition to Mos Eisley and the universe of Star Wars. And that's about as far as I've gone in doing the rough planning. I'm certain more sections will be added as I progress. Now, let's talk about aspirations and goals for this project. They can be broken down into roughly two categories, realistic and idealistic. The realistic goals are, I want the sections to be modular. I'm always creating new content in terms of speed builds and animations, so I want to be able to easily pull out a Lego set and work with it in a different project and then replace it. I also want the project to be expandable. Lego will continue to release new modular buildings, new Harry Potter sets, etc. I want to be able to incorporate them into the tour. And finally, I want the tour to be interactive. I want there to be little scenes happening throughout, cool little moments, hidden Easter eggs. Now, as for the idealistic goals, I would love to make it automated. And by that, I mean adding tons of power functions to create motion. Whether it's the trams operating on their own or creating little scenes of motion throughout. Of course, motors aren't cheap, so that's why this is under the idealistic category. Also, I would like the build to be immersive. By that, I mean I would love to ultimately attach a 360 camera to the tram and run it through the backlot tour and allow you, the viewers, to experience the park like you were a guest. It'd be great if when you were in one section of the backlot, that's all you could see. There would be a doorway, a wall, a mountain, a tunnel, etc. that obscures your view of the other sections of the park until you actually reach them. So that's the plan. So what's the next step? The next step, we'll begin to work on the theme park portion of the studio park, and by starting to lay out where the different rides will be, and what other attractions it'll hold, and designing the main entrance. Until then, well, actually I need to come up with a catchy tagline to end each of these videos with. I'll have to brainstorm that, and if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments.